Hey y'all, this is Mocha. Um, I just want to give y'all experience of what I have been through. I had tried to record this. I tried to do a whole bunch of different recordings just to try to figure out how I'm going to get y'all attention to what really happened to me. But so I'm just going to get to the point that I'm going to do it by myself. And if you follow me, then you're going to continue to listen throughout this whole thing that I have. Um, when I tore my Achilles, I was going through my little missions. I was drinking a lot more, and stuff like that. Then, because I was in so much pain, having a surgery and stuff like that. And then I had a ventured entity. Now, at first I thought it was the entity in the house, but I was like, I've been here for 17 years. My house. First bill, never had any issues, no noises, no nothing, anything, and I have it now. So, I had I'm just gonna get to the point. One day I was asleep and I wasn't asleep, I was still awake. I just laid in my bed and I was trying to force myself to go to sleep because I'm in pain and I now took so many ibuprofens and it didn't work. It didn't help. So anyway, so uh I start feeling something. It was just like something that was moving in my mattress. What the fuck is this? We know I ain't got no, there ain't no bed bugs, and you don't feel them motherfuckers. But anyways, but I was just like, what? I'm tripping. So I had after that, the next day. I mean, it didn't last long. The next day, um my daughter and I, we was watching TV in my bedroom. She liked that what is it, Los Angeles Bad Boys reality show, whatever. That shit is off the chain. But yeah, so we was watching it. So I never told her of what was going on because I don't never see them anymore. They both work. My son and my daughter, they both work, and they always, and then my son got his car, so he all over Columbus, and my daughter, she makes sure that he's everywhere too. Anyway, so she was like, "Mom, something is in your bed." And I'm like, "You feel something?" And she's like, "Yeah, Mom, something is in your bed. It's moving." And she got kind of nervous, so she got up. And so I had next thing you know, I start feeling it. And I was just like, "Man, I feel it too." And I said, "I've been feeling this for, a couple of days." She was like, "Really?" That's And then after that, it was gone. Next day, my kids, they were going all damn day until one something at night. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, man." But during the day, I'm in my loft where I'm at right now, got the laptop where I'm at right now, but I've been playing the game and I was watching my Queen of the South. Queen of the South. Anyway, so I kept hearing somebody walking up and down my damn steps. Now to remind you, I've been here for 17 years. I don't live in a townhome and I don't live in an apartment. So there is no reason why I should be hearing somebody that sound like they're right here walking up and down my damn steps. Then all of a sudden it sounded like they was in my bedroom and going back down the steps. And I'm like, is somebody fucking here? Didn't hear nothing, didn't see anything. So I looked on my phone, checked my cameras, the outside cameras, and stuff, and motion detector, and nothing go off, nothing, whatever. Cause even when I'm in the house, I still have my alarm on. Um, so I grabbed my gun, my heat. I guess the young generation say, was it bleak, whatever it is. So I grabbed my heat and I'm walking. As I was walking down the steps, I'm hearing something walking past me, but I can't see it. I'm hearing the footsteps walking past me. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, oh man, this, you know what? This I just went ahead and got me another drink because I was trying to stop drinking, but that motherfucker, I was just like, man, what the fuck? So I'm in my own world now. But I'm hearing the motherfucker walking, then I'm hearing pounding, pounding, pounding on my walls. And I'm like, and it was like that the whole fucking day. My kids came home, whatever. I was tired. Still couldn't sleep because I still have my nerve damage from my surgery. It hurt so bad. They finally gave me some gabapentin. I feel better now. Anyway, so the next day, um my daughter and I, we came home, and I'm a funny person. When I go anywhere, whatever it is, and I come in my bedroom, I take off my clothes. before I get in my bed. I don't wear it outside. I don't care where I've been at, restaurant, whatever it is, movie theater, even in my car. Even at work, I take my clothes off and I put it in my laundry basket. You know, I don't allow, and even anybody come over my house, they gonna take off their clothes before they lay in my bed. Anyway, so all of a sudden I'm feeling this moving again, that same moving. So I'm like alert. I'm sober. You know what I mean? I'm like, dang. So I called my daughter because she already knew what was going on. So she laid in my bed. She's like, Mom, I feel that feeling again. I said, dang. So my son comes home. My son comes home from work. So I told him to lay in my bed. So he looking at me crazy because he already know how I feel about, anybody laying me or he or anybody laying in my bed with their clothes on. But for me to him to lay in my bed with his work clothes on, it had to been something. So he just said, okay. I said, I just want to, it doesn't feel good to you. You know what I mean? I ain't say nothing to him. He didn't know anything about what was going on. Less than a minute later, his eyes got big. He was like, Mom, what is that? Something is in your bed. I'm like, you feel something? He was like, Mom, something is in your bed. I was like, that's what I've been feeling. So, he tripped. He was tripping. Like, I don't know what it is. So we lift up the bed string, the box spring, look between the mattresses. I just got that bed, like, what is it, last year? So I know ain't, I don't know. So anyways, and it's a foam mattress. So we had unzipped the part, made sure what nothing, nothing. And so I was like, well, go ahead. I'm about to hear you laying down because I'm just tired anyway. So I'm laying down, still playing my game, have my laptop with me, my usual, and I'm still feeling. Now this feeling is like a different feeling. It was like a sexual feeling. It was like caressing me. The mattress was like caressing me, but it wasn't mattress. It felt like it was in a mattress, but it was touching me. And I felt some kind of like, ooh, what? So, but then I got nervous. I got kind of scared. Like it really, so I called my son in the room. I'm like, Jamil, here, help me get my laptop. I got to take my laptop, my phone charger, my gun. I'm about to go in the loft where I'm at right now. So I'm here in the loft and I'm like, doing my little thing. Next thing you know, my chair just was thump. It was just like this chair back here. It was just like it's like somebody was kicking it, hitting it, whatever. So I'm like, what the fuck? Then all of a sudden, and I start calling my son and Jamil, come here. He didn't see anything, but I'm just like, something is not right. This chair is fucking hitting me. I'm not asleep. Ain't nothing wrong with it. This ain't no Nightmare on Elm Street. Ain't shit. I'm awake. I'm alert. And everybody else, even even had to look at myself like, okay, I'm not tripping because I didn't even tell my kids anything about this, and they felt the same thing that I felt. So that's how I know I don't have any mental issues. So my son was standing there. All of a sudden, I felt some hands just grab me from around my chair and just grab my legs. And I got up. I'm like, get the fuck, what the fuck? So I grabbed my shit and I grabbed my stuff and went in my daughter's room. Of course, my daughter's room, it was hot in there. She had the vent closed for no reason. It had the loud storming YouTube music on blasting. And I'm like, man, I can't sleep. So I was like, man, fuck it. I'm going to my bedroom. So I went in my bedroom. It didn't take no time for it to come back to me. It came back to me and it was that that same sexual caress. So I ain't even gonna lie. I tooted my ass up and I start, doing good, getting into the motion with it. And it was like in emotion with me, like it was another human being, but I couldn't see it. And I felt everything and I heard the and I love sound effects. That shit turned me on. And unfortunately, I found myself having sex with this entity. I'm, in the bed, riding it backwards, and all of a sudden I seen like my sheets like rose. Like it was like a form of somebody's arm, and I felt it touching my legs. And I felt it like just going with me. And I ain't even gonna lie, I had like a crazy ass orgasm. Um, After that, I was tired. I was tired than a motherfucker. So I went ahead and tried to go to sleep, and the motherfucker was just like still trying to fuck with me. So I'm like getting hardcore with the motherfucker, like, leave me the fuck alone, man. I'll holler at you tomorrow. Shit, motherfucker, I'm worn out. I'm tired. Leave me alone right now. Take your ass to sleep. Then all of a sudden, that motherfucker start running around my room and sound like it had four fucking legs. And then start getting back on the bed. And I'm like, now I'm getting nervous, but now I'm just like still trying to keep it hard. Core, you know what I mean? Like, get the fuck away from me. So now I'm grabbing I grab my phone, and I forgot my charger. I ain't give a fuck about that shit. I grabbed excuse me, I grabbed my blanket and my pillow and ran into my daughter's room, closed my door, ran in my daughter's room. Now, all of a sudden, I hear something just like it sounded like it was mad. It was walking up and down the steps. So I'm like, hearing it walking, like pounding up and down the steps. Then all of a sudden, I felt it start trying to attack me in my daughter's room. So I'm hitting the bed. Leave me the fuck alone. Get the fuck out of here. That's how I am. So now I'm at the point, I don't know what the fuck this motherfucker is here for. So I'm grabbing hold of my daughter, thinking that it's going to attack my family. That's what I'm thinking. So that next morning, like I had got no rest that night. Like, no, all I kept hearing, it just kept walking up and down the steps. And so that next morning, I had me and the kids, we packed up our shit and we had got a room. Now it was hard. I want to say shout out to True by Hilton. Oh man, there we go. I want to say shout out to True by Hilton because they really looked out for me on getting a room when they didn't have to get me a room that early in the morning because usually check-in time is 3 p.m. I was able to get in there at 8 o'clock in the morning, thank God. But when I was in there, I'm laying across the bed. I had my daughter get some ice. I'm just like got a shower and stuff. And I'm in my bed, and the darn go, I had that same damn feeling. I'm like, what the fuck? This motherfucker followed me here? So I'm tripping like after that, it seemed like it got really aggressive. Like even at that night at the hospital, I couldn't sleep. I'm not the hospital, at the hotel. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep at all. It felt like I was in a hospital. Shit, I was going fucking motherfucking mental crazy. Like this motherfucker followed me here. Now I now spend all this money on going to a fucking room, and I could have stayed in my house while it terrorized my ass there. So next day we came back home and it terrorized the fuck out of me. I'm on the phone talking to my was it EAP, and I'm scaring the lady on the phone. I don't know what the fuck going on. Then I'm on the phone talking to my cousin. I'm feeling it walking up and or just pounding on my bed like it was getting jealous because I wasn't giving it any attention. And so I had after that it was like I gotta call Ghostbusters. You know what I mean? So I had got on Google and I checked out some stuff. I got with these guys and they was kind of, you could still see they was like amateurs or whatnot, but they did their best. But it still came. They said they felt a lot of spirits in my house, which I was just like tripping. So, I'm not gonna disclose, and a lot of my coworkers that was actually here, but one of my male coworkers, he came by and had his Bible and stuff like that. He was gonna bring his wife, but we just did it at this first time because some people didn't believe me, or they did, you know, or it was a maze to them. So when he came, I heard somebody walking up and down, walking in my room. I said, "This thing know it's here. No, it knows he's here." So he came in and he had the Bible. He was like, "Man, I feel a presence, like a." It didn't want me to come in. I said, "Yeah." So, I'm in my dining room and my bedroom is upstairs from my dining room. So all you hear is, somebody walking around. He's like, "Somebody upstairs?" I said, "No, it's here. It knows you're here." So after that, I had we walked around and sat down on my couch, and he put the virgin oil on my forehead, and crossed with Jesus Christ. And so he started opening up his Bible, and all I felt was a boom, and it was like it was standing right beside me, like it was trying to attack them. I said, "Hey, you need to go ahead and read whatever you're going to read because it's right here." He said, "What?" I said, "I can't see it. You can't see it. It can see us wherever, but it's sitting right here. So you need to do what you need to do." So we would bless every room, went to every room in the house. He had a recording with him. He had used. Um, so later on that day, he said, "You know what?" Called me. He said, He said, "I haven't listened to the recording yet. I'm gonna listen to it tomorrow." He was like, "But whatever it was trying to push me down the steps." He was like, and I felt a lot of different spirits in your your loft where I'm at now. So I'm like, really? And he was like, "But I'm gonna get with you tomorrow morning." So the next morning he got with me and we listened to the recording. It was like a portal in my loft. It's like an entry or exit way for something, and you can hear it. And I was just like, wow. And so I felt at ease, but I wasn't at ease because I felt like somebody else know it that doesn't live with me. Somebody else that's not that's into church or whatnot, and into church, but somebody that doesn't live in my household, somebody that's not gonna lie to me and say what I want to hear, felt it. So after that, it was still attacking me in my garage and everywhere, but it wasn't like hurting me, but I was still hearing it, and I still felt that touching. I still felt the hitting. I go to my physical therapist. I'm feeling it. I'm driving under my car. It's kicking my chair, hit my chair, whatever it's doing to my chair is letting me know that it's here. It was times that, sometimes it was like guiding my pedal. Yeah, it was guiding my pedal when I was driving. So I had my one of my other coworkers, he has a ghost hunting business, and I trust. I've been on for years, decades, years. And he had his colleagues come over my house, and they felt the difference. They felt everything. They said it was so many different things. And the same thing, they said my loft has a lot of different entities, whatever's going on. So the lady, she had this thing, and it was going around in circles. It was a crystal thing. And I asked her, I said, "Well, why is that going around in circles so fast?" She said, "Because there's a lot of entities in here." She's like, "I'm gonna have to check." She had got her little devices. They got their own devices to check if there was any electrical currencies or whatever it is going around. No, it was the real deal. And say it was one spirit in my bedroom. I guess that was the one that was trying to fuck me. And then there was a whole bunch of them in my loft. Um, don't know where they came from. So, anyways, so she said, "Let me grab your hand." So she grabbed my hand, and so she closed her eyes, and so she opened them. She said, "I didn't have to ask it anything. It told me that it had attached to you from your job at the prison." I'm like, "Wow." She said, "It's been here for a while. Just didn't know it." And I'm like, "Wow, this is some crazy stuff." So they had told me they're gonna protect around my area, but it is gonna come full force, and no doubt it did. I started seeing like little things, against the wall, on the floor. I wasn't going crazy. I don't know. I wasn't going crazy. I know that. Just still hearing stuff. And when they came, they had to bring the whole team with them because it was so many. But when they came, they said it's not, it just don't seem like it's just only one. So, but they went ahead and cast it out. That's at the end. You will be able to see, it's a stick figure. You'll be able to see at the end of this video of what they had recorded out of their devices. Um, but they did give me, um, they burnt sage. They had sealed all my windows and all my mirrors, and I have a lot of them. They went to every room with the sage and saged me. I had to, I had a wig on that day, and my wig was smelling like sage. I was like, I was just everywhere I went to. And when I wore that wig, I had to throw that mug away because I mean, maybe I should have kept it on, you know, or to put it back on when I go back to work, with the sage smell if it followed me from work. But anyway, so but they burnt two candles, a black and white one, a black one, I guess, to cast out all the evil spirits, and a white one to 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 just check, make sure that no evil spirits come in around my perimeter. Um, I have to keep a window open or a couple of windows open because when you put sage out, when you're casting out all the evil spirits, and they have to get leave out. They have to go to a window to get leave out. That's crazy when something could come into your house by a window. Not just only bugs, but I guess spirits goes into these poltergeists, whatever it is. There is another world beyond us. So, I just want to share this with you because there's a lot of people that doesn't want to share the things that they've been through because they think people think they're crazy or they're devil worshippers, whatever it is. I'm neither. I believe in God. I do believe in the universe. I became a little bit more spiritual, because that's just I have my beliefs, but I do believe in God. Um, I had people that was in my circle that I talked to, and a lot of them, they were a comfort for me. They called on me, they checked on me, made sure that I was okay, and it was interesting to them. And then somehow, some of them, family members that would talk to other people, and they've been through it, and some of my family's members been through it. But I had wrote a list down. I didn't want to leave anybody out because it was quite a few people in my circle that was there for me and believed, instead of thinking I'm crazy or I'm this and this and that. They really actually believed in me. First, I want to say thank you to my little sister Natalie. Thank you for being there and checking on me. My brother Rashawn, thank you for checking on me. My aunt Mary, it was something different, but she understood because she been through, things herself. So she was able to, you know, be there with me in that sense. My cousin Shanika, from, she live in Arizona now, but she came up here while the team came up here. So she knows what I was going through. My best friend Masiba, we go from Sacktown. She live in Las Vegas now, but she was there. Like we was video chatting. She understands. She had people. She knew people. It was, I would even looked up some female women that actually liked having sex with entities. That was the best thing. And then they end up finding out they end up having sex with multiples. That's what, got me into it, involved in knowing what's going on. My best friend Masiba told me about that. My coworkers, thank you to all my coworkers that was there, that I'm not disclose names, but thank you very much. I really thank you very much for the team that actually was there and helped me, and they still was looking out for me even afterwards. I was able to call. They was still, trying to make sure my area, my house, and me is protected. I want to, my cousin Makia down in Atlanta, you know, um, I want to thank you very much because this was something that, she never been through, but she talked to some people, this young lady, I guess in South Carolina, North Carolina, and I guess she had the same thing. You never know who going through what you're going through unless you disclose it, and then you got somebody that actually believe in you. Um, my friend Shanice, my coworker, my friend, she was there checking on me, praying for me. My cousin Lamont down in St. Petersburg, he was checking on me as well. Matt Love, my best friend, Zeta, I finally got the chance to get with her. Our schedules are busy, but when we talk forever. But she believed in me, you know what I mean? And she was like, if I need anything, I'm there, she's there for me, you know what I mean? My friends Mariama and Fredrina, y'all were there for me, checking on me, making sure, everybody got their own lives, but y'all still was checking on me. I just want to tell everybody thank you very much for being there for me and making sure that I'm okay. I'm okay. You know, it's just still something that a person can never get. It's 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 going to live with you forever because this is something that you never thought would happen to you. So if anything happened to you, you can inbox me, send me a message, whatever it is, we can exchange. There's some things that we can look for each other, we can give advice to each other. A lot of people don't want to talk about it, but everybody is talking about something. So why not I talk about this? I love y'all and peace. And thank you for watching and listening.
I go Is there any? I've only picked up on one entity when I was in here.
Are you the entity that's been scaring the family? Have you been making your presence known? Have you been shaking the bed?
Portal.
I have not found one. I've not found a single portal there.
Were you invited in here?
Did someone in the family invite you in here?
Yes. That was right on. Well, you're by this door, and for some reason you don't want to move away from this door. Are you thinking you're going to take off? You want us to open the door and let you out?
Can you say one of our names?
Chris? Chris is not one of our names.
What's my name? Sam?
Right after that,
Yeah.
I heard Jeffrey.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay. There you go.
So you knew our names. Why don't you tell us your name? What's her name? No, it ain't Mike.
What's my name?